Hello, welcome to Influencers, where we bring you the people that influence our city, our community, and our state. Today we're honored to have President of Nevada State College, Bart Patterson. Bart, how are you?
I'm doing good. Happy to be here, Peter.
I'm glad you're here. Let me ask you something. Where would you rather be right now?
I'd always rather be hiking or watching the NCAA tournament.
It's true, and we have the tournament in full gear right now.
That's right.
So tell us about yourself and how you made it to Nevada.
Well, my background is from Idaho, so I'm from the West. Ended up going first to undergraduate at Utah State University, public university, and then I went to law school at Duke. I practiced law in Phoenix for about 15 years, and then I came up to Nevada for family reasons and decided I should maybe think about doing something else with my career, and so I joined the higher education system. So in the legal office to start with, and so I'm now in my 17th year with the Nevada system of higher education.
And that led you right to Nevada?
Yeah, exactly. That's why I came here, first for family, and then to accept a new position with a new career focus.
Bart, I'd like to know who's had the greatest influence on your life and your career?
Wow. You have to start with my parents for different reasons. My mom was very kind of compassionate, and I think I have some of that in me, very people-oriented. But my dad is very adventurous, and I have that in me too. So I love the outdoors, I love adventure, I love a challenge. I've even have a little bit of his wit, not quite as much as him, but a little bit of it.
And you say your parents had the most influence on career as well?
I would say both my parents, but also teachers, that I've had. Both my parents were teachers. But I had teachers all through my life. I can remember my third grade teacher, Mrs. Gamashay, like a chain-smoking Catholic, and she used to spray Lysol in front of the desk anytime a kid came by. But, she believed in me, and she thought I was going to do really great things in third grade. And, when a teacher does that to you, you start to think, wow, I can do something. And then I had a high school teacher, Miss Joyanne Lott from Montana, and that was my debate and speech coach. And again, a teacher that said, wow, you can really do something. I really think you have it into you to do something great. And then I would add a political science professor I had at Utah State. Same thing, first time freshman came in, I wanted to take an upper division class, and he told me, well, you don't have the prerequisites, you haven't even taken a college class.
Wow.
And I want to be in this national politics class. I promise I will not let you down. And he let me in it, I did really well in the class. And it's all those things where somebody believes in you that really gets you started,
Of course.
in going down a great pathway.
Well, that's a good story. And tell us what you love about Las Vegas.
There are so many things about Las Vegas that I love. I've been here now almost 18 years. I think it starts, this is a very multicultural city, an international city. I love the energy you have with a city where many languages are spoken, there are many cultures present. I think it gives really a lot of vibrance to our community. The other thing that I would add is this is opportunity. I saw it when I first moved here. It's still that case now, that if you really want to achieve something here, there are not old school families or traditions that have to be followed. I mean, you can make it happen here where you just don't have that in a lot of other parts of the country. And then I just love the outdoors here. Yeah. I mean, we are close to national parks. There's great hiking and outdoors opportunity. And so I think that's an underrated part of Las Vegas, is that outdoors and kind of family-oriented that you see here that you just don't think about when you think about the Strip.
More with President of Nevada State College, Bart Patterson, in a moment. Welcome back to Influencers with Bart Patterson. About being president of Nevada State College, tell us about the early years, when and how you became president.
Well, I really started out with the college way back in like 2002, 2003 when I was in the general counsel's office of the university system. And I was the first general counsel in Nevada State College's history. And, just kind of to fast forward from there, there were some leadership changes at Nevada State College. And I had the opportunity to be the interim president at Nevada State. And I told the chancellor that I would do that, but I wanted to apply for the permanent position. I had 2 children that were at Nevada State College at the time, and I felt like it was something I was ready to move in and provide some stability. And it was a difficult search process.
You had 2 children at Nevada State College?
I did.
I don't think a lot of people knew that.
Yeah. So I had a lot of history with the college to begin with, and so. I made it through the search process. I was selected. There was, a lot of competition. Apparently, I didn't scare anybody off. But I got selected, and one of the first things I got to do in the spring of 2012 was hand my daughter her diploma from Nevada State College.
Great story.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
About when did you think becoming president of Nevada State College was going to be attainable?
I never really planned to be a president, but I started having conversations really right before the opening happened at Nevada State of, would I be viewed as somebody that could step into leadership of a college as opposed to just giving legal advice? And, the real inspiration for me was Jim Rogers, of, the Channel 3 owner. And, I called up Jim one day and I said, Jim, do you think I would make a good college president? He said, absolutely. I know a lot of college presidents. You would be great. You need to do that. Another example of somebody pushing me and saying you can do it, which is so important in anyone's career.
Has it been everything you expected?
It's been better than I expected. I can't tell you, the connection that you have with students is so valuable to me, and I love it. But the connection to community, I had no idea the great people we have in this community, running nonprofits, trying to fix issues. I've been astounded.
That's
and
great.
It's a really great part of being a president that a lot of people don't know is that external piece and getting to see and meet and work with so many great people. I met you that way.
Absolutely. And we have a great partnership. The Latin Chamber and Nevada State College is a great partnership. We value it.
Yeah, absolutely. And it started, way back.
That's right.
I think when I first became president, I thought, you know what? I see how important the Latino population is in Southern Nevada. I think we were the first institution to say we wanted to be a Hispanic serving institution.
Absolutely.
We signed an agreement with the Latin Chamber that we would collaborate to make that happen. You joined my President's Advisory Council. It's got to be 4 or 5 years ago. And it's been a great partnership for the college.
That's great. More with Bart in a moment. Hello, welcome back to Influencers. Here today with Bart Patterson. Let's talk a little bit about the community. How do you feel about your relationship with the community?
I feel really good about it. I try to go to as many community events as I can. I think that the college has become better and better known in the community and what we're accomplishing, and that's really rewarding to see that. As I mentioned earlier, I couldn't be prouder of the great people that are doing work, particularly with nonprofits, working with kids, and working with disadvantaged adults to really make a difference.
What about the Hispanic community specifically?
The Hispanic community has been critical to the college's growth, absolutely critical. If right now, the school population is, the 2 highest populations are Hispanic at 33% and white Caucasian at 33%. We will be a majority Latino population beginning next fall. This fall's class, freshman, was the largest in school history, a 72% increase of freshmen over last year, and 60% of those freshmen were Latino.
Wow.
So it tells you that we become really a first choice institution for a first generation diverse population.
No doubt. And so what do you think Nevada State College could be doing better to connect with the community? And just as importantly, what can the community do to connect with Nevada State College?
Well, I think more and more higher education as a whole needs to get better about focusing on what are the workforce needs. and what do businesses really need in graduates, and are we making sure that the graduates that come out are meeting those needs? I'd like to see us have a better connection with the broader community and with the Hispanic community in particular. I think what the Hispanic community can do for us is provide more mentorship. That is always a critical component, encouraging first kids to go to school. There's this nationwide diatribe about the value of a college education, but the numbers do not match that. The numbers show that a college education has never been more valuable to a student in terms of their earning potential than it is right now. So I think encouraging kids to go to school, to get degrees, certificates, get that higher education training, all important, and helping them to stay in school. I mean, a lot of kids come out of broken families, and they need additional support. They need to know that they belong in higher education, and the community can help that, and that's what we're trying to do at the college is demonstrate to them that they do belong.
That's great. I think this is getting good. Can you stick around for another segment?
Oh, absolutely. Great.
We'll be back with our final segment with Bart Patterson in a moment. Hello, welcome back. Bart, how does the fact that we have such a fast-growing Hispanic community, how does that go into your budget and planning?
Well, it goes in a variety of ways. Again, when the Hispanic population will be a majority population, we're actually having to really think about how we're orienting more of the college to meet the demands of those students. But we have a number of programs that are specifically targeted to particularly first-generation students,
right,
many of which are Hispanic. Those have been very successful on getting kids to stay in school. Our recruiters are focused on diverse high schools. We have a lot of scholarship funds that are directed to, again, first-generation, diverse students. So I think the whole college is orienting that direction. We just got the first Hispanic Serving Institution grant in state history.
That's right.
$2.3 million. We're focusing.
It's a big deal.
It is a huge deal for a college of our size, and one of only 20 in the nation that received that grant. We're all putting it in to focus on the teacher pipeline, particularly getting more students of color, in particularly Hispanic students, to go back into education. We want to grow teachers right here in Nevada to go back into the districts and really help improve that school district performance.
And Bart, what do you like to do in your personal time?
Well, I'm big on travel, I'm big on hiking, and it all relates to adventure. I love experiencing other cultures, love to get out in the outdoors, and love to just see all parts of the world. I'm a big traveler, and I like to take those experiences and bring them back to the college. And my speeches talk about things that I've done and things that are important to me. And I think it's important to show the students that to be a diverse person is a really important thing, to have a lot of interest. Correct. And to explore those.
And you know, it's this kind of infectious passion that you have that also worries me. What's the future for Bart?
Well, you know,
how long are we going to have you?
You know, I've got another 3 or 4 years in the tank, I think. You know, I really want to build that education program. We want to really grow the size and quality of the teachers that we're bringing out into the workforce. That's my number one objective. We're raising money for a new building that we hope the legislature will fund in the 19th session that will really help us expand that out. So that's my big short-term goal. But, you know, beyond that, I'm going to continue to give back to the community in whatever way. I love to stay engaged. I love the nonprofit world, love the education space. You can be assured that whatever I do, it'll be fun, and I'll be trying to make a difference. I think everyone should be trying to do that.
I agree. And again, the passion is so evident. What do you want Nevada State College to look like after you're gone?
Well, you know,
what's your legacy?
Thank you. Well, we're a master plan for 25,000 students. We won't reach that before I leave, but I can tell you I want all the groundwork laid so that we're recognized as a first-class quality value institution, a first choice that students select. So we expect to have residential facilities soon.
That's a game changer.
It's a game changer. We expect to start building recreational and club sports, and you know, maybe someday, you know, we'll start into competitive NCAA sports. But you know, we are going to create the baseline for this institution to just create a rocket fuel going forward.
I'll tell you, your passion is evident, and this community is better off for having you.
Oh, I appreciate it, Peter. Appreciate all your support of the college.
No, absolutely, and we will not stop supporting.
Thank you.
I want to thank Nevada State College President Bart Patterson and all his passion and all that he does for joining me today. And I want to thank all the teachers, professors, and staff, everybody who works at Nevada State College, to make it a great experience for those who want to, increase their education and pursue their education. It's truly a gift that we have this college in our community. I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Influencers. I ask you to stay motivated and stay inspired. Until we see each other again, thank you for being here today.